Hello friends, again we have to discuss here the second part of public deposit, chapter number 5, lecture number 2, terms and conditions for acceptance of deposits. In the previous lecture, we have to already discuss about what is meant by deposit, what are the terms and conditions, some terms and conditions of deposits. So here is we have to discuss the remaining terms and condition for acceptance of deposits. I myself Paris Sangvikar, PYK College of Commerce, Nasik. There is a 6. Again, we have to just revise from the point number 6, joint name. The company can accept the deposit on a joint name, but not more than 3 names are there. So that it is very clear that more than 3 names are not allowed in the case of deposits. In case of nominee, definitely it is a right of a depositor to nominate the nominee as per their wish, as per their thinking. The circular of advertisement, that there are some contents are there. Already we have discussed in the previous video, but still we have to think about it. This is one of the most important part of the terms and condition of acceptance of deposits. There are some circulars issued to the members for invite. Advertisement is also issued to the public to invite. There are some contents are there. It should be definitely a position of a company, secured debentures or not secured debentures, credit ratings, details of a schemes, name of depositee trustee, and if it is some dues are there as per that. These all are conditions is only for not for the private company. Other than private company is applicable for the circulars or advertisement. For filing a circular of a advertisement, definitely a copy of a circular or advertisement should be filed with the register of the companies, and it should be signed by all directors. This condition is not applicable for the private company. Issue of circular for the advertisement, definitely a 30 days from the filing of a register of a company. It should be sent to the speed post and register post. Validity, the validity of circular of advertisement up to the 6 months from the end of financial year of issue or a date of AGM, whichever is earlier. The appointment of deposit trustee. This is one of the most important part. Whenever the company want to issue the secured debentures, there should be one or more deposit trustee should be appointed by the company. There is a contract between the company and the trustee. It is called a trust deed, and it should be signed at least 7 days before issuing of circular of advertisement. Create charge and asset. It is depend upon the condition for the secured deposits only. That charge on an asset can be created if secured deposit is issued by the company within 30 days of the acceptance of a deposit from the public. Again, it is not applicable for the private company. If the company cannot charge on asset within the 30 days of the acceptance, it may be possible that the register of the company can deny the acceptance of the deposit. I purposely repeated these points because these points are most important. There are 20 points are there, out of which the first we have to discuss in the previous lecture. Again, we have to discuss here. Deposit insurance. The deposit insurance to be taken at least 30 days before issue of circular or advertisement. Because nowadays insurance is one of the most important part of the life as well as anything. So for what condition there should be a condition of amount for the deposit plus interest up to 20,000, the company has to prepare a full insurance for the amount of 20,000 per depositor, for rupees 20,000 per insurance. It is a in favor of a depositor. It may be possible in some companies the company cannot repay the deposit, the insurance will recover that amount from the insurance company. So deposit of insurance should be taken at least 30 days before the issue of circulars and advertisement. Credit rating. Nowadays there are very different credit rating agencies are there. Most of the depositors are deposit their deposits into that company which credit rating is high. So what is in the credit rating? The credit ratings is the rating to know the position of the company. How many assets of the company? What is the liquidity value of the company? How many turnovers of the company? What are the borrowers of the company? These all are involved in that particular rating. So that's why rating is one of the most important. Rating shall be obtained every year during the tenure of deposits. It may be possible that the rating should be increased or decreased at the time of every year. It is depend upon the turnover. It is depend upon the situation of the organization. It is depend upon the assets and liabilities of the company. So credit rating is one of the most important part on behalf of the company as well as for decision taking. It is also most important for the depositors. Open a deposit repayment reserve account. Open a deposit repayment reserve account is one of the most important conditions for following the process of a deposits. The account should be definitely in a scheduled bank. Every year on or before 30th April, the company has deposit minimum 15% of amount of deposit maturing during the years. This deposit repayment reserve account, where the company has to deposit minimum 50%. Suppose in that particular year, the company has to repay 1 crore rupees. So that the company has to deposit minimum 15%. It means that 15 lakh rupees before 30th April of starting of the year. This account basically used for repay of the deposit. And it is not applicable for a private company because the private company cannot collect the deposit from the public. This 15% is one of the most important point in case of deposit, as well as the 30th April is also one of the most important date for deposit repayment reserve account. Deposit receipt. All we know that whenever we are issuing the shares, we are issued the share certificate. Whenever we are issuing the debenture, we are issuing a debenture certificate. Same as per the here, whenever we are accepting a deposit from the public or members, we have to issue the deposit receipt from the within the 21 days from the date of receipt of deposit money. 21 days from the date of receipt of deposit money, as and when the application money or a amount of deposit is credited in the company's account, from that day within 21 days from the receipt, the company has to issue the deposit receipt. That 21 days from the date of receipt of deposit here is one of the most important dates. Most of the times we will ask a question for 1 marks. Registered of deposits. We know that as per the Company Act 2013, the company has to maintain the register of various sources of funds. Register of members, register of debenture, as per that, register of depositors. In that particular register, the company has to maintain all the records of the deposits, all the details of the depositors, how many name of the persons, then what are the rate of that particular deposit, how many amounts of deposits. It should be maintained within the 7 days from the date of issue of deposit receipts. It means that it is depend upon the deposit receipt. As and when we issue the deposit receipt, we have to maintain within the 7 days from the date of issue of receipts. It is a mandatory to all the companies to maintain the register of deposit. Now, return of deposit. Here, return means not interest. Here, returns means whatever you have done, you have to file a return with the registrar of the company before 30 June. So company has to file the return of deposits on or before 30 June of every year with the registrar of the company, with the details of as on 31st March of that year. So whatever we have taken a deposit of the previous year or of the 31st March, that deposits return should be filed up to the 30th of June of next year. So return of deposits is one of the mandatory to file the return with the register of the company. Interest. Now, interest is depend upon the rules and regulations or guidelines of the Reserve Bank of India. We cannot say that there is 8% interest, 9% interest, 10% interest, 7% interest. It is depend upon the advertisement. It is depend upon the circulars. But in case of premature, the repayment of deposit company can deduct 1% interest from the rate of interest starting at the time of acceptance of deposit. In case, for example, suppose one of the company accept a deposit of 10% and one of the person want to premature, then 1% deduct means that 9% interest has to be charged on that particular deposits and repayment of that particular depositors. For the maturity claim, if company fails or unpaid by the company has to pay penal interest for rupees 18% per annum. If company fails to repay on the maturity date, the company has to pay 18% penal interest. There is two conditions basically in that particular point. If it is a premature, 1% less from the rate of deposit. If company fails to pay the maturity, then company has to pay penal interest of 18%. Right to alter the terms and conditions. As and when company issue the circular or advertisement, the company cannot change the terms and conditions. It means that the company cannot alter any terms and condition of a deposit, trust deed, and deposit insurance contract after the issue of circular or advertisement. As an terms and condition are ready with the circulars and advertisement, as an your advertisement is issued into the leading paper of a public, or you can issue the circular, the company cannot change in any condition from the for the deposits. Disclosure in financial sector. The company has to disclose the financial statement by way of notes amount received from the directors, relatives of directors. Disclosure in financial statement. Financial statements, in that financial statement, the company has to disclose the notes, how many amount received from the directors, relatives of directors. It means that it is very easy for the investor to take a decision whether we want to invest the money into that organization or not. So disclosure is one of the most important part of the financial statement, and the company's director has to disclose. It means that the company has to disclose the whatever amount we have received from the directors as well as the relatives. What is the punishment? If one of the point which are mandatory and not applicable, mandatory and not fulfilled by the company, as per the Company Act 2013, an officer is default are punishable for fraud. I have told already that even though it is the cheapest way to collect the money, the punishment is very harsh. As per the new Company Act 2013, if the one of the company is not in a position to repay the deposits, there is very much a strict act in Company Act 2013. Thank you very much.